Hey folks, this is Vent with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Deadnaut Signal Lost. This is a demo, so it goes without saying that everything that you're about to see is most definitely subject to change. You can find this on Steam for about $18 or so. It is not in early access. I sincerely hope the developers continue to add to this game over the course of time. So what is Deadnaut Signal Lost? Well, first of all, this was developed by a company who I haven't heard of in a very long time. This particular company, Screwfly, has developed a lot of games that I liked. They were difficult to play, but I liked them. Zafe House Diaries 1 and 2, the original Deadnaut. This is sort of like, I guess, a follow-up to it. Deadnaut I really couldn't get into because I couldn't figure out how to play it, much like the rest of Screwfly's games. Also, there was Fear Equation, which was like, it was kind of like Snowpiercer, where you're on this train and you had to bring people aboard, and you managed the train and you had to outrun this fog, and you harvested resources. You decided who to take out, like, outside to harvest resources, bring them back before they got eaten by this fog. It was cool, but like I said, Screwfly has this habit of creating lovely games that are really unique, but they do a terrible job in teaching you what you need to know on how to play it. And here we are with Deadnaut Signal Lost, which has the same issues. I've played through the demo one time, but I at least wanted to show it off, and that way if you're interested, you can pick up the game and buy it for yourself. Video and options, or video and audio settings here. Just pause if you want to see any of this in greater detail. Audio toggles there, anti-aliasing, quality, presets, resolution, windowed mode, FPS, all typical. Controls, I use my WASD and mouse for everything. Nothing whole lot. All you're really doing is controlling a dot. Yeah, so like in the original Deadnaut game from way back when, you sat in this like control room and you controlled a squad on screen. Here you're only controlling one person. And it's a roguelike in the sense that you start a new run, and then when you beat a level, you move on to, like, you pick a direction, like an FTL, and then you go to that location, and then you do this. And if you complete that, you move on to the next. So you're going from left to right, doing various missions, getting as far as you can. The demo only has like 2 or 3 missions, which I did get all the way through. But yeah, these are the controls here. And yeah, gameplay, difficulty, there's easy, normal, and hard, should you want to mess with those. Okay, let's just jump into the game. It's going to be a new game. I will say the manual is here if you want to try and read it. That said, even after reading the manual, I still had a lot of questions. Luckily, the developers did reach out to me on the Steam forums and answered some of them, so that's good. But still, like, this, I feel like after reading this, I still had more questions than I had answers, to tell you the truth. Some of it made sense, but others didn't. All right, new game. Okay, so features in the complete game. Pause if you want to see any of that. There is a custom game here. It would have been nice to know what the custom settings were, just so I know, should I buy this game? Is it? Can I make it easier than what it is? Can I make it more accessible than what it is? I don't know. Do I have to buy the game to find out? Maybe I should ask that on the Steam forums. Quick start. All right. There is kind of a tutorial here, but so you're going to choose between one of 5 people. There's the security and the tech. And this is, again, if you haven't read the manual, you're going to go, security, 2 out of 4 skulls. I'm guessing that means challenge rating, easier, right? Also the tech, 3 skulls. Okay, so I should probably pick the security person first. That's what I did. Here there are enemies that are invisible and you can't see them unless you hack, and you wouldn't know this going in for the first time unless you read the manual or asked a bunch of people, because the game doesn't tell you. It would have been nice to go, this tech, maybe like a list of like special things that this particular guy can do that the rest can't. Can this tech, what does he do exactly? Like, what are the benefits of picking this tech? Yes, you've got this here, extra storage and data focused, fine. But there are certain classes that can see these individual invisible monsters by default. So I think more information here would have been awesome. I'm going to stick with the security for right now because that's what I picked and that's what I'm comfortable with. I'm going to go, yeah, quick start. Hit the wrong button. All right, that, and then add filter. Okay, there we go. All right, so we get a randomized person that we start with. Smith. Gives up easily, more likely to die from a fatal blow. It's got 4 different stats here: grit, wit, security, and vigor. Fine. Substance abuse, demolitions, occupation, whatever. We'll just pick Smith here, fine. Plot course. So, like in Deadnaut, we are sitting at this control panel, and we're directing this little dot on a screen. Now, some people may argue, well, if that's all you're doing, then why is this $18? And I can somewhat agree with that. When there are a lot of other roguelites out there that have nicer graphics and, you know, better roguelite systems, here you're controlling a dot on a screen. But, I mean, yes, there is some tactical decisions to be made. You can open doors and different things like that. But some may argue, really? $18 for this? It's kind of weird. But then again, Zombies, Safe House Diaries 2 especially, I put in hundreds of hours. So, and it's somewhat similar to that, where you're controlling little icons on a map. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it, is what I'm saying. Okay. Alright, so we get to initiate a scan. Hospital ship, medical ship, or scout. By clicking on one, I guess we'll just click on all of them. I don't see why we wouldn't do that. So the scout, I don't know why we have to scan or what the benefit of this is, to be honest with you. Again, I wasn't able to get any information. Why wouldn't these just all be revealed? Why do I have to click them? If I have the ability to click one to see what's behind it, and I can do that for every single one, then why are they hidden in the first place? Why not just, like, leave them all hidden and click one and that's what you're stuck with? And, you know, maybe like a little note saying, you know, this is what's possibly here if you decide to go this way. You know what I mean? So what is 5 decks? No. I'm going to go with the scout to make this nice and easy. But yeah, this hospital ship has 5 decks. It has some ghouls, security systems, and benefactors. I don't know what that is. Okay, transmit. So we are going this way. Now, it says configuring cooperative mode. No, this does not have local or multiplayer co-op. That's simply telling you, like, you cooperate with me, dot on the screen, and I'll see you through this kind of thing. No way to skip that either. Oh, there we go, space. I can. Okay, so what we're looking at here, upper left-hand corner, is my character. Well, the character I'm controlling. Health, Dread. I don't know. Deadnaut's ability to sense danger. Okay. Structural integrity for the current deck. If it reaches 0, the ship will explode. Darkness. These are just various status effects. Combat focused, ballistic enhancements. I can switch between standard rifle and knife, or standard shotgun and standard pistol. According to the developer, each one does different, like, damages at different ranges, so the entire demo that I went through in my off-camera playthrough, I just stuck with this. I never swapped weapons, and I was fine. Down here are, like, abilities you can click on, and there's a cooldown. Armor enhancement, 48 plus 8. Duration, 20. The game is turn-based, so every time I move, something happens. So, there we go. Something is happening now. Things happen. If I don't do anything, time is not moving, as far as I know. Alright, so in order to open doors, I just simply run into them. Okay, a couple of times. Now you'll note that the screen is sort of shimmering here. There's an invisible enemy, and from what I'm told, it's a watcher. You can see them if you hack. If they make it to some kind of node, then they send out some kind of EMP pulse. Maybe they're not in this room yet. Well, trust me. Oh, no, that's it. The Watcher reached some kind of node in this room and broke part of my screen in the upper right. Yeah. But as the soldier, you wouldn't know that. Let's get out of there. Okay. So yeah, invisible enemies that you can't see. Didn't know that going into the demo. Alright, so we're just going to look around. We're going to... Okay... That pinging is my objective, I believe. Oh, so that red dot is an enemy. If I hover my mouse over it, it's scanning right now. I have to keep it in visual range to figure out what it is. Once this little green bar fills up, it'll be done scanning. Okay, now I know what it is. It is a Shambler, Tier 1 ghoul. Let's go ahead and shoot it with my gun. Click on the gun, click on the Shambler. If you look on the right above my head, right there, that green is a health bar. The rest of it I don't know. There we go. Slower. So I guess these are status effects. I guess. Squinting. Enemy is squinting in the dark. May or may not detect targets. Alright, well let's just shoot it. Oh, did I miss? Oh, it took a damage, but it's not dead. Try again. Alright, dead. Alright, let's keep moving in this direction. Like I said, you're just moving a dot. I mean, I'm not complaining too much. Because, again, Zafe House Diaries, hundreds of hours. Loved it. And you're doing something very similar. Okay, this is a cloner. It's like gain an extra life. Regenerate one time here when you die. You also restore. I'll save that for later. I think this is the mission objective. I don't want to do that yet. I'll come back to it. You actually gain bonuses for exploring and picking up those little white dots that you find in the environment. Like those right there. By continuously exploring, you can gain trust. Like, yeah, this person here has a personality. And... oh, there was a Watcher in this room, apparently. And they closed the door. Okay, let's get out of there. So by satisfying, like, looking around and, you know, just being a completionist, you will make them more happy. What the heck, another one? Should I be leaving? I'm just saying. So apparently there's a Watcher in that room too. Whatever. Alright, nothing there. Bridge. Alright, picked up something. Not a whole lot of enemies on this ship, knock on wood. Alright, no white dots. Oh, alright, let's just funnel them into this corridor. It didn't see me. Interesting. I'm just going to shoot it. Almost dead. No, that other red dot is there. I saw it. I have no idea where they come from, to be honest with you. Did it go up this way? Alright, well, let's just complete the object. Oh, there it is. Dead. Okay. Planting explosive. This will trigger the evac deadline. Are you sure? So once you complete the objective, you have so many moves to get off the ship. And it doesn't tell you where that is until you get near it, and then it'll start giving you that circle thing. So on the right-hand side, I've got 419. Like, is that 419 moves? Okay, there's a little white ping down there. I need to go in there. Oh, there's also one to the right. So maybe I'll just go down there to the right. You can see the counter on the right moving. Oh, there's that. Shoot it. Shoot it again. Dead. Oh, okay. It's alright, I don't think it saw me. And end mission and return, yes. Okay. So, we earned this knowledge. That's what this yellow figure is. And there's actually like a talent tree. like in most roguelikes, that you can use to upgrade your character for that run only. From my understanding, there's also sigils that you can get that are more of a roguelite permanent progression system, but I have not seen that, this being a demo and all. Okay, so standard energy beam. I got a new blueprint for that. So we're going to close, and Foundry enabled, gear and upgrade configuration enabled. We cannot do another mission here, so we would have to move on to the next one, which is over here. So taking you through the various tabs on the top, there's mission, Deadnaut. You can see their stats, cooldown, critical melee, determination, all that good stuff. If you like numbers and stats, this is where you can see that. Foundry, this is that talent tree, that skill tree I was talking about. As you can see, like, this kinetic injector overload costs 10,500 knowledge, and I've got 2,400. And even still, I have to connect to it first. This is 1,200 here. Injector overload, increase the chance of a successful injection. I think that's like an ability. I don't know what an injector is, to be honest. I have this, which is this down here. I could have activated that during the mission. Stim boosts stuff, but there's a withdrawal effect when it wears off. I don't see a reason for that. Data link increases intrusion range in AD-AD mode. Still don't know what AD-AD mode is. That's something I have to learn more about. Must have a hack tool equipped. I think that AD-AD mode has something to do with the Watchers and all that, but again, I'll leave you to discover that on your own. Long story short, you can upgrade stuff here. There's also a security tab where you can unlock various weapons. Gunslinger, perk, extra damage here, and so on. I already have assisted targetings, but I can get more stuff by spending knowledge. So that's the rogue-like side of it. Spend knowledge that you earn in a mission here to make yourself better. Life forms, that's like your encyclopedia that you've discovered up to this point, at least for that particular run, and a log of what you're doing. So yeah, that is the game, and I'll just leave it there. Again, I don't know if I'm going to buy... if I got a press copy, sure, I'll be happy to cover this again. But, like, there's still some frustrating elements to this that I hope that they fix. And again, I'd love to see what the custom mode has to offer before I dive into it. You know, before I buy this game, I want to know what does the custom game entail? What can I do in that? You know? But yeah, that was Signal Lost. If you guys haven't already, subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Take care.